had a two-folded thing. One is, so on the bench here, we do a lot of commercials for like local and vendors and people with businesses or people that do music, people that are in entertainment, and again, I can't stress enough, people that have their own personal businesses, and I had this artist reach out to me and he wanted me to play their song
Yeah.
on the show. Now, typically we used to play like a couple of songs throughout the show, and then sometimes I have a person either which has mostly been Jason or Bay Bubs open the show or close it. And Pink is a guy who he wants more artists on the show. He has some artists that he loves that he wants on the show, and they can come on and perform and stuff like that. And we've had artists on the show. I'm not a big artist guy for On the Bench, and I'll tell you why. One of the reasons is artists, they have this self-entitlement, and for example, out of whatever hundreds of artists, different artists we played, it's not all just Orlando. We played artists from California, New York, local artists, as long as it's local, meaning that we won't get charged or dinged if we play it on YouTube. All right, that's the reason. That's another reason for behind that. But also, we like to support the people. But it's very rare that we get the support back, right? And it's not that we do it for that, but it is something to note. We sharing all of this, music, and we're paying our editor to put the clips out and stuff like that, and outside of smaller than a handful, those guys don't reshare our stuff. They don't like or comment on our page and stuff like that. So it's like, well, what am I doing it for? I mean, we could just get straight to the entertainment, the sports, and stuff like that. But I'm going to continue to support this because that's what the show is built on, right? But the thing is, so the guy asked me to play the song on the show, and then a week later he hits me back like, "Hey man, did you play it like you said you would? What was the reaction? What was this? And where can I find it?" And it's like, so number one, he didn't watch the show that I told him I was going to play the song on. Number two, he never watches the show because he don't even know where he can find me at. He can find us at. And it's like, you got to learn. The thing is, and it's not a ragging on this person. It's just like you have to learn, man. In business and in life, if you want something from somebody, you have to make yourself. You have to make that person feel
like they're getting something out of it. It's relationships, but relationships are reciprocal.
Yeah.
And if you're giving something, you're going to get something, and vice versa. A good relationship, both people feel like they're getting something out of the deal. Exactly. It's not one-sided. I mean, whether that involves the coochie or not, if it just involves the show and some music. But no, there's the people that really move forward and progress through things, they do their business in a way that both parties feel like they're getting something of value.
Yes.
Win-win. That's the motto.
That really is the motto there. And the second thing that was twofold that was on my mind is, so, and it kind of escaped me just for one moment, but I'm going to get it back. That's what I do. You're on the Bench Podcast with Bubba Pink, home of sports music and mayhem.
The sound escaped you. Now your second thought escaped you.
No, we're here, man. So we're sectioned and located in Orlando, but this happens everywhere. People have this weird thing that they're the best at everything in the whatever city or demographic that they're in. And you see this all the time. Like I see people going there, I got the best podcast in the city, and I don't, and you can tell these folks they can kiss my what, and the same thing with musicians and comedians and this and that, especially in Orlando. And it's so sickening that even when I go out of town, I don't even tell people I'm from Orlando. I tell people I'm from Edenville or Winter Park, which is true, but we're technically Orlando too. But anyway, I just have this strong thing, and a lot of those people, I like it, and if I see them in the street tomorrow, I'm gonna dap them up or hug them or whatever, because there's women that do that too, and it's just very weird. We have this
Hugs
local,
for the women.
this we have this local sense of fucking like you just have to like just do the work and let the results speak for.
No, now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, like just that's it. Like what is like all of this you're doing is window dressing and ranch, but where are the wings? Where's the salad? Where's like all you're doing is putting out mustard and ketchup and sauce, and it's like you just do the work and let the results speak for itself. It's just and also you're keeping yourself so like the people that's making real money in your industry. They like don't get me wrong. Of course, they care about the environment and the community that they're in, but they're so far like outside of whatever city and demographic.
Well, nobody gets rich on a city.
Yeah.
Like if you're an artist, if you're a content creator of something like that,
or even a business person.
Yeah, but you the money is going to be beyond your friends, beyond your city, beyond those limitations. It's when you can attract people that had no idea who the hell you were. Aren't necessarily from your city, but they're into what you're doing.
Right.
And it comes down to the work. So, yeah, I mean, claiming, best podcast or whatever in Orlando, I mean, there's always somebody in another town doing better.
It's just weird to me, and I just wish it wasn't so.
But that's small. That's just small-minded thinking, and you can't be bothered with what the small mind does.
No, but no, and it doesn't impact me at all. But I just would like to be a part of pushing the culture forward. We can't stay behind, for forever. At least I hope not. You know what I mean? Like we just can't stay behind because one person's success, does impact the success of others, and because one group or entity could shed light. When Orlando hosts a All-Star weekend, like people can benefit from that. Basically what I'm saying is a person can benefit from another person, but if everyone is in the same crab barrel, then no one is succeeding. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's just like a crab bucket mentality, and it's just sickening, man. It's just sick.
No,
I don't know.
I mean, you can have a positive development environment where there is like sort of a healthy competition and people like taking the craft seriously and improving, or you can have the crab bucket.
Yeah, that was on my mind today.
So on the bench with Bubba and Pink here, we're not here for the crab bucket.
No, not at all.
So fuck the crabs. Maybe you'll catch crabs.
Maybe. I like snow crabs.
I'm just kind of in favor of people getting venereal diseases that I'm not going to mess with.
But what if they can get them cured?
Oh, I mean, okay. Not so exciting. You're telling me you would laugh if one of your coworkers had crabs?
One of my college roommates did.
See? You got a smile on your face. I see it.
One of my college roommates did.
That's good stuff, man.
And yeah, he actually not stole but borrowed a pair of my jeans. And I was like, man, you can either keep them or burn them.
While he was afflicted.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Yeah, got to be flexible here. Hey, how you doing? You are on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink. We can't.
What's good, man? It's Blu-ray.
Okay, I was gonna say we couldn't hear you. We can hear you now. What's going on, Blu-ray? What's on your mind, man?
Nothing, man. I want to address something you said earlier on. You were talking about the like the crab in the bucket mentality. How y'all been playing people's stuff, but y'all don't get the support back. I see it like this, and I hate to say it, but you see that kind of stuff in black folk, man. I'm just calling it like I see it. Like, we just don't support one another. And like you said, you're not doing it for the support, but it would be good that what you put out, you get back. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
Yeah, no, it's exactly what I'm saying, man. Exactly.
But that's the reason a lot of those artists are still in that same predicament. That's why they're still local, because they're not putting back what they receive. So when you look at whoever it is, because I don't know who it is, but when you look at it, they don't have great success. Why? Because the people that do support them now pour back into them.
Yeah,
right.
That makes a lot of sense.
The same artists, they cry about the DJs in the city never playing the music, but they never went out when a DJ had a set at a club or something. They never went out and introduced themselves or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show support both ways. No, that's a good point.
As somebody who's worked in the nightlife and in that industry for the last 10, 12 years, however long it's been, bro, I can first hand say that is 100% the case. You had these DJs, they had this event and they had that event, and these people do not come out and support at all. They don't come out. What they expecting, because they think they got a good song or because they know the DJ, that the DJ should just play their record just because. And that's not how the music game works. You get what I'm saying? If by chance somehow they will make a good record and the record organically got hot in the street, you create the demand. But if you have no demand, it's about supply and demand. You have no demand, bro. What are you supplying to me? You're going to need to bring me some money because I'm putting my job on the line, paying your record that nobody knows in the middle of my set that I get paid to have the crowd entertained. It makes no sense.
No, not at all.
It makes no sense at all.
Not at all.